Next up, we have Eliza Hill reminding us to breathe, which is good. Eliza is an intuitive guide and an energetics and mindset coach. Eliza has learned how to grieve the past without judgment, release it, and rewrite a new story filled with alignment, honesty, and strength. By sharing her own journey and the truth of her humanness in order to see and show how it is actually her power, she guides others through intuitive readings, coaching, and human design on their own paths as they learn about and value who they are and how they are designed to live. In Eliza's work and life, she shows up to show others it is okay to learn how to be themselves by living messily and openly. I'm good at messy. Messily and openly, she walks and supports others by example, as this is where fear, curiosity, connection, and inclusivity thrive. Thank you.
We're supposed to keep clapping, right? I just want to start out by saying, first of all, just with gratitude. You know, I'm not often on this side of the group, so thank you for the opportunity. Thank you to Shannon, for sure. I want to say, I don't even know if he's in here, for throwing my name out for this opportunity, for Liz, really, and for her just encouraging along the way. So, and for all of you guys, holy moly, for all of you guys for being here, for taking the time. So, as far as breathe, I think how I just would want to start out, I'm going to end up closing my eyes. I would encourage you guys all to, if you feel comfortable. I loved how Jack said that at the beginning of our day. If that feels good for you, just to close your eyes, and we're just going to take some time to connect to ourselves, to this moment. So, just finding your breath, however that looks for you, in your nose, out your mouth, whether you do box breathing, whether you just find your own rhythm in it, just coming back to this moment and breathing. And then we just take time to root in. We might call it grounding in. For me, a lot of times that looks like taking my shoes off, putting my feet on the ground. We might not lay on the ground here, but just finding our just rootedness in our seats, putting our hands on the table in front of us, on our hearts, on our thighs, however that looks for us, just taking time to really root in, ground in this moment. We are energetic beings. It's a lot of what I do, and we are exchanging energy all day today in every way, and it's beautiful. And yet it is an exchange. So really it's almost, I spoke to someone today of it's a ball of light that we've expanded out. So really just taking a moment, bringing it back in to ourselves and to our own beings right now. Just pulling that energy in just for these couple of moments together. Just allowing ourselves really just to kind of integrate all of this, coming back to our breath, coming back to our groundedness, our rootedness, our energy, allowing us to feel where we might be holding energy in, a little bit more in our neck. Do we need to roll our neck from side to side? Relax our shoulders, circle them back, readjust ourselves in our seats. Give ourselves a little bit of an embrace or a hug, however it feels good in this moment. Just coming back to ourselves. Just taking time to be thankful. Gratitude, oftentimes we hear gratitude is almost like a prayer, which can be just how we begin our day, how we can end our day. We hear that so often. Thankfulness and gratitude. Gratitude for yourself. Thankfulness that you've taken the time to be here today, for our speakers and all of those who have taken time to put this together, for those who are doing things at home and at work so that we can all be here. And just for yourself. really, really taking time to thank yourself. Those I am statements of who we are and our why. We've talked about that again today too. Our why we're here and why we do what we do, and finding the beauty in that. And again, just coming back to our breath and what our bodies need in this moment. And our hearts, what our hearts need. And I would ask now that you take your left hand, and I don't know where your hands are at this moment, but put your left hand on your heart for receiving. Our left side tends to be our receiving side. Put your right hand on top if you feel comfortable doing that. Just allow yourself to really receive that thankfulness, receive this beautiful space that we're in with these just rad humans here, just who we all are and how we're showing up today, and receiving your breath, receiving your gratitude, receiving your all that's in this moment. Just really, really receiving it. I think sometimes it's hard for us to do that, and just allowing ourselves to, even if it means leaning back in your chair and just receiving the support that our chairs give us, even in this moment. And lastly, I would just truly ask us to exhale. I think that's been a word for me this year. I think so often we're like, hold your breath and get through it. And just remembering that, like the exhale for us, just taking it in and allowing it out, letting go what's no longer ours to hold, what no longer is serving us, what we don't need to hold in our bodies and hold in our spaces, and sometimes even hold for other people, but just truly just allowing and releasing that so that we can be ready for the next moment. We can be ready to receive. We can be ready to give and show up in all of the ways, always in all of the ways. So as we just kind of maybe do at your own pace, 3 breaths. It seems like 3 is a magic number, I think. Just inhale and then exhale. So I've like turned my whole body. I didn't even realize it. So sorry. Just coming back to this moment. For me, it's taking the time to come. I mean, that's an acronym for breathe. I mean, you have breath and rootedness, energy, allowing yourself to receive it. T for thankfulness or gratitude. H is for your heart. And E for me is exhale, like really letting it go. It doesn't belong here anymore. So, and just being able to receive what's next. So I just want to thank you guys, and hopefully you, whatever's next, I think it's Mindy and a couple other people, right? So thank you guys very much.